Don't be sad because it's over. Smile because it's over. So the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts played just an inspired game of preseason football. The Colts emerged victorious 12-10 or whatever, but the real winners are people who didn't watch the game. But we do have some winners and losers from the game that was. There's a lot to talk about because a lot went on, but let's start out positive. Here are the 5 winners. Number 1, Troy Dye. What up? Troy Dye, Oregon Ducks representing, had the pick 6 early on. Great tracking the ball off of the tip. Great job by Watts and Weatherly getting their hands up at the line. I think Weatherly might have tipped it. One of the two. Whatever. Also, Troy Dye had a couple of pressures, was really nice blitzing up there, as well as he did get buried on a screen. That's something that Troy Dye has to work on in his game, being better and stronger at the point of attack. But even though it seems that he has been lapped by Blake Lynch, when Troy Dye got into the game, he did make some hay, and I think that he played a really good game tonight. Next up, winner number 2, the aforementioned Blake Lynch. So he was a 2020 UDFA out of Baylor, played some wide receiver, running back, cornerback, linebacker, safety in college, and he got on the field late last season. I thought he looked good whenever he was on the field, whether on defense or special teams last year, but he's been getting first-team reps with Anthony Barr out alongside Eric Hendricks and Nick Candlelight Vigil, and his leap over Troy Dye, who was a rookie last year as well, and a 4th-round pick, as well as a 3rd-round pick, Chaz Surratt, this year, is pretty noteworthy. He is super athletic. We've even toyed with the idea of, hey, maybe they should use Blake Lynch at safety, but he is still learning the position, but he eventually could be Anthony Barr's successor as strong side linebacker if he gets some more time in, if he adds some more size. He is a great athlete, and he just does have a great nose for the football, so we'll see. But yeah, it's funny. The squeaky wheels get the grease, because Zimmer earlier this week was pissing and moaning about the Vikings backup linebackers, and then they both came in and played dynamite. It's great to see. Next up, winners, number 3, Pierce and Tomlinson. So they only played a couple of drives, but they showed really well. Great to see Michael Pierce, number 97, out there clogging up the middle. 700 pounds of dude. They are going to be a problem because we have the meats. Rushman, they came out and played. They plugged the middle and made everything easier for everyone. It caused a lot of singles out on the edge, as well as a lot more clean scrapes for Eric Hendricks. So I think that 94 and 97 are just going to be sublime on the inside. Next up, winner number 4, Amir Smith-Marset, ISM, the rookie out of Iowa. So he had a 41-yard kick return, which would have been the longest of last season. The Vikings' longest last year in the abysmal 2020 was 38 yards. And he might secure the kick return job with Kene Nwangu up on blocks, even though I think Amir Abdullah does enough well, both special teams as well as a receiving running back, that he'll hang around. I'm fine with that. Also, ISM had a 17-yard punt return in the second half. Now, he has had a little ups and downs in training camp returning punts, and also he didn't return a single punt in his career at Iowa, which when you have a guy who's as dynamic as ISM, plus a guy who returns kicks, if they don't return punts as well, that's usually a red flag that they don't track the football well in flight. But he's been doing really well, and he did well again tonight. So I'm not worried about it. Maybe he holds on to both. I think that it will be a combination of guys who make the roster. I think that BB and Osborne and Abdullah and ISM all could get punt return looks at the beginning of the season. I don't think there will be a clear winner by the time that the 3rd preseason game wraps up. So, ISM, he would have had a nice catch on a corner route from Mon, but it was called back due to holding on backup center Cole Cabral, which I disagree with. There are some really crappy calls in this game too, by the way, but yeah, whatever. Lastly, winner number 5, Chad Beebe. That's right. Chad Beebe and BB accessories. 2 catches in 2-minute drill before the half from Jake Browning, 47 total yards along with 32. That wide receiver 3 job is still wide open. KJ hasn't secured it yet. ISM hasn't secured it yet. Maybe Chad Beebe still has a shot there. Honorable mention winners. So I love that Patrick Peterson, who didn't play tonight, he dressed, but he didn't play. He on the sidelines, he had a play calling sheet with him and was engaged with the cornerbacks. He was coaching them up. And now most veterans, they just dick around on the sidelines during preseason games. Like, they'll have the sunflower seeds. They'll have a dip in. They'll be BSing and grab assing on the sideline. But no, like Patrick Peterson was locked in and focused. Maybe he'll be a coach down the line because he has done a really good job mentoring these young cornerbacks in training camp so far. So you love to see Seven getting after that there. Chris Boyd got first team reps over Cameron Tiny Dantzler. Had some nice breakups as well as a couple of nice tackles in there. He started opposite of Bashad Breeland, who also had himself a good game. Harrison Hand had a nice pass breakup, good coverage, 38 special. What up? Also, I saw in the telecast that Paul Allen called Harrison Hand hairy hands, which phrasing, no. CJ Ham is the best blocking fullback in the league, no cap at all. Even had a nice carry in there as a single back. Augustana, Duluth representing. DJ Wanham was getting good and consistent pressure. I think that Weatherly is probably going to start opposite of Daniil, but DJ Wanham is certainly going to get in there and mix it up. Jordan Scott, interception, Oregon representing. What up? Steve Weatherly had a couple of nice reps against Moneyman Braden Smith, the Indianapolis Colts right tackle. Also, the Vikings on second and long and third downs early on, they had some interesting deployments where they had 3 down defensive linemen and either Weatherly or Wanham standing up and rushing. So that's really interesting wrinkle thrown in there. Bashad Breeland had a nice pass breakup on 3rd and 5 on the slant to Michael Pittman. There's a reason why he's starting over Dantzler. We'll get to Dantzler. Man. Chad Surratt missed a tackle on the first punt and then lit up the returner on the second one. Nice special teams play there by the Tar Heel. Skolkwet had some boomers. I mean, the first punt was really crappy, but I mean, the rest of them, I mean, he got some leg in there. So I think that the tryout of Max Duffy early in the week really lit a fire under his ass, which is good. And Ryan Connolly had a nice pass breakup as well. Had a concussion scare, but he'll apparently be fine. Also, Kenny Wilkes got some nice heat in there late in the game against Sam Tebby, who was a starting left tackle in the league last year for the Chargers, which is just amazing. Finally, losers, the entire Vikings offense. All units, first, second, third team, all of them. And I understand that it's preseason, but fundamental things like pass protection, selling play action, throwing to non-fullbacks and running backs. I mean, it just looked very helter-skelter and all over the place. They're 2 of 13 on third down. They have 0 offensive touchdowns in the 2 preseason games, 9 total points, and 462 total yards over 2 games. It's not good. That ain't good because you should be moving the ball with your second and third team because you're also playing second and third team defenses. But come on. Rashad Hill getting burnt by Kwity Paye, who I love coming out of Michigan. F you, pay me. Now, this was a full-on campaign to add Russell Okung. I mean, just sign him tomorrow. Sign him tonight. I don't care. Do something. Because Rashad Hill, as your long-term starting left tackle, potentially this season, No. If he starts more than 4 games, I don't think the Vikings make the playoffs. And that's not a lot at all. Also, Garrett Bradbury getting shoved backwards is starting to get tiresome. Now, I've been a big Grim Reacher supporter for a long time. I thought he was perfect for what they want to do in the scheme, but no. Yeah. Kirk Cousins, I mean, Kirk was whatever. Maybe he was trying to work some things out. He was trying to push the ball downfield, which I respect. It's preseason, but you practice like you play, man. Like there was times where he was passing up short profits just to try and take chances downfield. He didn't have a completion to a wide receiver, so nah. He was 5 of 7 for 23 yards, 0 points, and 0 for 3 on third down. Jake Browning, oh man, that Saturday night practice seems like a long time ago. He was all over the place, and we pointed this out before. Jake Browning trying to throw outside the numbers, it has the trajectory of like if you're playing cornhole, or not so much. Also, his Hail Mary didn't reach the 5-yard line, which is embarrassing. I mean, if Kellen Mond can somehow, some way just really put together some really good practice, because we all know how important practice is with Zimmer, and if he can light up against the Chiefs, I mean, Jake Browning might not even make the roster. He might be destined for the practice squad. But Kellen Mond, yeah, he didn't light it up tonight. A little bit disappointing. Still had a little bit of the deer in headlights look. 6 for 12 for 61 yards. Would have had 75 plus if the ISM catch didn't get called back. But yeah, it's whatever. Also, Cameron Tiny Dantzler might be the disappointment of the preseason because, he had a nice tackle. Jazz hands. Congratulations. But, I mean, one tackle does not make up for him drifting in coverage, being inconsistent in practice, and then he was the number 1 cornerback on the Vikings during the offseason. And then now he slipped down to cornerback 5 because it's Peterson, it's Breeland, it is Mack, it is Chris Boyd, who started over Dantzler tonight and got the most reps. So, 27's got to get together, man. He does. Also, Cameron Bynum coming out of Cal. He was a cornerback by trade. They're trying to move him to safety. He missed a couple tackles. Last week, he blew the coverage with the KJ Hamler touchdown. That was on him. Not really all on Dantzler there. I gave up an easy catch to Pascal. Like, these are very easy fundamental things that, I mean, he's a cornerback. Like, he should be able to get these things down, but yeah. The AJ Rosiata dynasty is over. He had one nice run to start out the night and then was knocked backwards basically all of them, so that's not good. Heal up fast, Kene and Wangu. Like, this was supposed to be the Kene show. These 3 preseason games are supposed to be the Kene and Wangu show, but no. Greg Joseph was wide from 51 to start the game, then he made from 49. Congratulations. The refereeing in this game was really bad. So they had that bull bleep horse collar call on Wanham. They had a really bad pass interference call on Dylan Mabin. It just wasn't great. And then lastly, the biggest loser of all, probably the Vikings coaching staff for not playing Wyatt Davis until late in the third quarter. That is all. I'm just glad this game's over, man. One more preseason game to go. Now, I'm usually a big defender of preseason games because it's good to see the young guys get in and get some experience, but they just haven't played good. It's been bad. All right, anyways, your thoughts on our thoughts. Vikings 10, Colts more than 10. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.